were no more Hispanic workers on his job site, so they called him in, and now he looking like he's allergic to the sun.
One floor above us.
To the Latinas crying because their husbands, boyfriends are being sent packing, y'all did this to yourselves. And if not you, your Hispanic American cousins, they wanted you gone. Your cousins, your aunties, your nieces and nephews, they wanted to make America great again. That's who you need to be mad at. And to mine, this is not what happened to us. They came here as people. We did not. And it's Hispanics who work for Border Patrol. It's Hispanics who work for ICE. It's black people who work in all of these places. They see this stuff all the time. And you got Job Corps shutting down, people losing their benefits, federal employees trying to get back into the workforce. We need all jobs available to Americans first. And how much taxpayer dollar is being paid to detain and to prosecute and to send the people back? And I hope they fine all of those companies who hired them. The state and the feds need.
Hey guys, welcome back again to the channel. It's so good to have you. Thank you so much for clicking. When you saw this video, so a lot of construction workers are currently being raided. A lot of construction sites are being raided, and workers either running or being gotten by ICE. A lot of them are being picked up by ICE, and of course you already know, either to detention camp or any place that they so wish, right? And right now, a lot of them who are the owners of this construction site are not happy. Even though some of them voted for the current administration, they are still not happy that their construction sites are being raided. You employed undocumented migrants in your company and you expect ICE not to come there. That's an FAFO stage right now. Well, I'm just going to let some of the clips I'll gather for you guys to roll. Then I'll come back with the commentary. Do let me know what you all think. And please do subscribe to my channel if you have not already. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up so that more people can see it. Credit to all creators on this video. So let's go watch. Then I'll come back with the commentary.
Everybody, sit back for me. What's the number? See, no fucking license. Look at these motherfuckers right here. No le diga nada. No le diga nada, eh. Everybody, sit back for me. What's the number? No le conteste, no le diga nada. No place. What the fuck? Back over there. Why? 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 No. No. Look. You guys see that? You guys see that? Yeah, you guys see that? Look at this motherfucker right here. Thanks for your cooperation.
Y'all got to stand on that shit. Y'all really have to stand on that shit. The way y'all voted, you know exactly what the fuck you were going to get. Welcome to the world that you thought you were building for the literate people, for the low-income people that you thought you would not have anything to do with. Now you're in our world. Welcome. Have a seat. And sorry, not sorry, but I do not have any sympathy because y'all will sit there and hire illegal immigrants because you know you can pay them $8 an hour, $7.25 an hour, $9 an hour, and they can't complain about it because they're not supposed to be here in the fucking first place. And you will sit there and put an American citizen who has years and years of experience through rigorous background checks and still won't hire them because you don't want to pay them their worth. And it saves you hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars a year to hire 50 to 150 illegal immigrants to run your construction company. Mind you, the very same companies that were built off the backs of illegal immigrants you voted against. Therefore, you voted against your livelihood. You voted against putting food into your children's mouths, into your wives' mouths, into the homes that you had built off the backs of illegal immigrants. This is exactly what you all voted for. Don't sit here and act like you didn't have these conversations at your work meetings that were only exclusive to the people who opened the business, that you didn't have these conversations on your family vacations. You had these conversations. You knew exactly what you voted for, and this is exactly what you're getting. Welcome to our world.
Guys, we've got some breaking news today coming to you out of Tallahassee, Florida. A massive ICE raid took place at a construction site near Florida State University. Over 100 people were detained. The official line is that it's an ongoing investigation. But people on the ground were saying that legal citizens were cuffed and detained too. Let me say that again. According to witness reports, legal citizens with documentation were also allegedly detained. The agencies involved claim that they were just executing multiple warrants, but people are reporting that no warrants were ever served. So yet again, another case of no due process, just rounding people up. Now, this wasn't just ICE. Florida Highway Patrol, U.S. Marshals, and Homeland Security investigations. They were also involved. They rolled up pretty deep. But no one is saying why, and as of right now, they're not releasing any names or charges. Witnesses are reporting that they saw people separated by race and accent. People with IDs still being forced onto buses. Buses with covered windows, by the way. If this isn't authoritarian energy, I don't know what is. We're seeing multiple immigration raids that just rely on racial profiling. In broad daylight, near a college campus. This is the Trump administration's America. So essentially, if your skin is a few shades darker than my pale ass and you're on a work site, even with documentation, you might be detained as well. Make sure to hit that follow for updates regarding this whole situation.
That man talking about I didn't vote for this. When ICE came to his construction place and raided it and took all his workers that he claims are good men. But he voted so that the gang members and the criminals would be taken out, right? Them saying this is not what I voted for is a scapegoat, because it's exactly what they voted for. They voted with their racism. And they knew exactly what he meant when he said the criminals and the gang members, right? And they were fine with that, fine enough to vote for him, right? Until it affects them. When it affects them, then they're upset, then they're sorry. Sir, the only reason you're upset is because you're going to lose business and money. I find it very hard to believe that you feel any form of sympathy or empathy for those men and their families. And you saying I did not vote for this is you trying to escape accountability for what you are putting them and their families through with your vote. So you did, in fact, vote for exactly this, because your vote was a vote of hatred, bigotry, xenophobia, and plain old racism. So don't try to tell us that this is not what you voted for. Take accountability and responsibility for a situation that you helped create.
The owners of these construction sites are now crying out that this wasn't what they voted for and they didn't want this, okay, because it's not affecting them directly, because their workers are being taken away and now nobody's showing up for work, okay. That's the only reason why they're feeling it. That's the only reason why they are crying out on the internet, talking about how they didn't vote for this. But the day you chose to vote for mass deportation was the day you voted for your workers to be taken away. You said your workers are great people, nice people, awesome people. But what you did not tell yourself is the fact that you made them, to be taken away. You are the reason why they were captured by ICE and taken away to God knows where. So some of you coming out online to really cry about deportation and how you are being affected, your business is being affected. That's you being self-centered right now, because you cannot be as selfish at this and expect good things, really. You voted for someone who promised mass deportation, and now that mass deportation is upon you, you are crying out that this was doing what you voted for. You didn't want people to get deported because only is affecting your firm. Okay, if it was never affecting this man's firm, I'm so sure that he wouldn't have bothered. He wouldn't have bothered to speak out or even talk about how he did not vote for this. The only reason why we're hearing his voice on the internet and him crying out is because he actually, is being affected, just like numerous of them, like farm workers who voted for mass deportation and against the immigrants that work in their farm, knowing fully well that these immigrants are the only reason why their farms are still progressing. And now that those people are not there, nobody's coming up, nobody's showing off at their farms anymore, and now they are filing for bankruptcy or even shutting down their farm. So you chose what you want to do. You chose for those immigrants to be taken away. You wanted them out so badly that you decided to vote against your own interest. And now you have found out that without them, your farm will not be, moving forward. That's the only reason why you are crying out on the internet. So this guy crying out right now and talking about this was exactly what they voted for. And some of these Latinos who are actually also talking about how their community is being targeted and them being affected massively, and that people being separated from their family members and their friends. Who do you think they were going to be, deporting? Who do you think they were going to, send back to their countries and all of that? This was exactly what you all voted for. You wanted mass deportation, the greatest mass deportation of all time, for people to leave the US and move to other countries, okay, or go back to their country. Because some of you, I saw a video of a young guy who was shopping at this grocery store. I think he was at the car park. He was talking to this Mexican woman. I was like, go back to your country. As if he would do some of the jobs that those people were doing. And now that farms are empty, construction sites are, plummeting and all that, why then do you not take up those jobs. All those people crying, oh, American jobs are being taken away by non-Americans. We need American jobs back. Why are they not coming to take up those jobs now? Because definitely there are lots and lots of jobs right now available for the person who wants to work. But some of them are not even either ready to work or they do not have the strength to do such jobs. It's funny when I see them crying out on the internet on how they are getting affected or this whole thing is not good. They don't like exactly what is happening and how people are deported and all that, knowing fully well that this was exactly what they voted for. They now want sympathy. It's really funny when I see such videos, right? But it is what it is. I feel so bad this is happening to a lot of people right now, and families are getting deported and separated from their loved ones, right? But it is also very important that we know exactly or people take accountability for their actions. Well, guys, let me know what you all think in the comments. Consider subscribing to my channel. Do give the video a thumbs up, and I look forward to seeing you all on my next video. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. See you next time, and do what to subscribe. Bye, guys.